How'd you like to stay at this private jet villa in Bali, attend an unbelievable party, and while at it, discover the incredible island and its hidden gems? I spent 3 unforgettable days here, and it just might have been probably the best weekend I've ever had. Step inside the world's first plane-turned hotel, come inside, learn how it ended up on this cliff, what it costs to stay per night, and witness a party definitely like no other. I ended up in Indonesia after throwing, as usual, a dart at a wall map blindfolded and committing to go wherever it landed. After immersing myself in the culture all over the country, I stopped in Bali at this spectacular private jet villa. Here is all about it, but first, quickly, you need to know the context.
My trip to Indonesia coincides with my friend Josh organizing an event, a big event here. What he's putting together here is a major yet exclusive event, bringing out some famous DJs.
We're bringing in our lineup of international artists. So we will have the twin brothers, so Fine. We have Romy Janssen, very good friend of mine and an amazing Afro House DJ. And then we also have Benja, who had the massive hit in the summer, Yamore.
However, before we fill the villa with a lot of amazing people for the party, let me show you this masterpiece.
This plane, this villa, is owned by Felix, a 35-year-old entrepreneur, very talented guy too. We would have met, but he had to leave the country for business. Anyway, we had Kit Kat as our guide, and she told us the story of this jet villa.
The plane is the dream child of Felix Demin. So he found this location, and the plane itself was actually located at Pantai Melasti, which is probably about a 20-minute drive from here. It was purchased by some Australians who were going to turn it into a restaurant. This plane was actually an aircraft that was flying for Mandala Air, and it finished its flight service in 2014. The Australians purchased it as a used plane. We're going to turn it into a restaurant, and that never came to fruition. So Felix purchased the plane from them, cut it up into smaller pieces with an engineer. And they put it on the back of a truck, several trucks, and over the course of a few days, in parts, drove it up here, which is quite a logistical nightmare because you've seen all the power cables in Bali, the narrowness of the roads, and the challenges that they would face.
Let me introduce you to the best place you could ever stay in. This is some sort of a living room where you can have dinner, tea, coffee. They provide custom meals as well. The 2 rooms are left and right. I'll show you in a second. But this is the wing, and if we go on the wing, you can actually enjoy the beautiful view left, right, and center. We're 150 feet above the water. This could hold about 15-20 people, I think. We have a beautiful pool as well with acrylic glass that you can actually see through even though you're under the water. So I'm super excited to be here and spend a few nights.
This is the first room, the cockpit room. You better bring some sort of a co-pilot, if you know what I mean. I don't know if I need all these little hearts. It's not even Valentine's Day, but you have a beautiful view. You can get out and enjoy the scenery on this basket, and the tub is the place where you can do a lot of things with that co-pilot. At night, there is pretty dark out there, but if you want even more privacy, and you know to be dark inside here so you have a good rest, they even have blinds on this window, so you can pull them down, have a beautiful nap, sleep, and a good rest.
These windows are smart windows. They change transparency as well with a remote control. And if you want it, you can actually even open it so you can feel the breeze. Extremely smart, extremely ingenious. And you know what, this is our first day here. Can't wait to try it out tonight. If you're not comfortable in the cockpit because you have a frontal view, let me show you the back room.
Together with a designer and architect, reconfigured the inside. So took out all of the internal fittings of the plane and rethought how that should be and how it should be put back together. So the shell of the plane is still its original structure, and the inside has been rethought to accommodate all of the amazing facilities that you see in there today.
Come inside. This is the second room, which is just as beautiful as the first one. There is no Valentine's Day references or hearts, so you can actually sleep by yourself here. If you get into an argument with your loved one, it is somehow similar, but instead of a cockpit here, we have another tub, which is even bigger and more, I guess, oval than the other one. Of course, it has one of these baskets too, so you can chill, get more suntan, and look at the beautiful pool. Another interesting thing that I found out here was that the occupancy rate in general in Bali goes to about 80% in the high season and about 50% in the low season, which is still high. This private jet villa is actually way above the average. And it's not a secret. If you look it up online, you'll see that to rent it for the night is 3,600, so that's basically two rooms.
It is the calm before the storm, because in a few hours this plane will be filled with people and the party like no other. I really wanted to do this with Josh, who had a dream as an event organizer to put together a show in one of the world's most non-conventional settings.
Bali, what other better place than Bali? Everyone's here and everyone's a, nomad entrepreneur. It's a big nomad life, but we are going to keep it very authentic.
The capacity of the place, it's 60 people, and that's why, when something is exclusive, it's more quality. So Josh and his team invited a bunch of important friends here in Bali. We wish we could invite some more, but I think the party will be unique regardless.
Soren and I, we just became close friends, and then got more involved in what we were doing as a passion. And I saw that Soren really followed his passion and dreams and created Travel by Dart and the Spark experience, and showed me, it also taught me a lot that you should really go with something you love. And once I had the idea of the plan, I thought, hey, first of all, I need help with this. I'm doing something quite out of my comfort zone. So who better to get involved than Soren and get his advice.
Josh and I decided to actually spend a few nights there in preparing for his event.
We have a lot of special stuff in store, so want to also surprise people. I don't want to give too much away, but let's see if I can, make this, one for the history books. So I'm collaborating with Sippy Time, which is a record label, and I'm curating an event for the people of Bali and for the people in the music industry. I wanted it to be a music networking event, not a paid event. I wanted to first give back to the community and unite us.
And what a party that was!
The party was better than I expected. We had about 70 people, a fantastic event that Josh put together, and to be honest, it was incredible.
It's one of the most stunning locations on this earth. It's unique. I don't think there's another private jet. There are a few other private jets, but not like this.
All Josh's friends performed as DJ, and they did an amazing job. Romy, Pablo, Lundal, Benja NL, the Fine Brothers.
We also had some beautiful dancers that came that were dressed as stewardess, so it kind of added to the decor and the venue. But of course, the main decorations we chose was the Balinese theme too. So it had so many things went so amazingly. The sunset was perfect, the dancers, the stage.
It's a really amazing place, and I felt like I have to go here. It's not the usual gig as normally, I think I just go with the flow. Just don't think about it and just go.
Everything was magical. It was a great night. I cannot believe this place now is so clean, because we didn't really go crazy, but let's just say that, you know, at 2 a.m. everybody was in the pool, and we had an amazing time.
It was the perfect crowd that could have came, and you know, just want to thank everyone who did take part of this, and I just have love for everyone who experienced it with me and made it happen.
In the end, towards the early hours of the morning, we all went to bed. And good night. However, because I have to move to a new country chosen by fate, I decided to throw a new dart at the world map blindfolded, right by the plane. Where am I going next? Subscribe to see a whole set of over 40 countries that I'm doing just by throwing a dart at the map.